So we have various database management packages, and we have RDBMS packages. So this is a document oriented database. It's an open source document oriented database which stores data in JSON like documents with dynamic schema. You can store your records without worrying about the data structure, such as the number of fields or types of fields to store values. Most of the people are familiar with the SQL databases. The SQL databases are used to store structured data, while NoSQL databases like MongoDB are used to save unstructured data. And this is used to save unstructured data in JSON format. And this is faster than MySQL due to its ability to handle large amounts of unstructured data when it comes to speed. It uses slave replication and master replication to process vast amounts of unstructured data and offers the freedom to use multiple data types that are better than of MySQL. Then what is a document? So those who are having a knowledge of RDBMS, and they might be knowing rows, columns, tables, the terms. So look at this example where data is stored in form of key and value pairs, name, age, website and hobbies. And this is termed as a document. And this is written in C++, JavaScript and Python. Tengen Software Company began developing a MongoDB in 2007 as a component of a planned platform as a service product. In 2009, the company shifted to an open source development model, with the company offering commercial support and other services. In 2013, Tengen changed its name to MongoDB Incorporation. It's a global company with US headquarters in New York City and international headquarters in Dublin. The features support ad hoc queries. You can search by field range query, and it also supports regular expression searches. Indexing. You can index any field in a document. Replication, and it supports master save replication. A master can perform reads and writes. A slave copies the data from master and can only be used for reads or backup, not writes. Duplication of data. It can run on multiple servers. The data is duplicated to keep the system up and also keep its running condition in case of a hardware failure. Load balancing. It has an automated load balancing configuration because of data placed in shards. and we have horizontal scalability, high performance, large media storage, and many more. So it provides high performance, and most of the operations are faster when you compare with relational databases. Auto replication allows you to quickly recover data in case of failure, as I already explained. Horizontal scaling is possible because of sharing. Sharding is partitioning of data and placing it on multiple machines. So we have horizontal versus vertical, and vertical means adding more resources to the existing machine, while horizontal means adding more machines to handle the data. High availability. Auto replication improves the availability of database. The indexing improves the performance of operations performed on the database. So mapping a relational database to MongoDB. The terms tables are collections, rows, documents, and columns, fields. The fields, key and value pairs, are stored in a document, and documents are stored in collection, and collections are stored in database. So name, age, website, and hobbies. This is how a document looks. So in relational database, table, student ID, student name, age, and college, and how this is represented in MongoDB. Your ID, name, age, college. It automatically inserts a unique ID, a 12-byte field in every document, and which serves as a primary key for each document. And it supports a dynamic schema, which means one document of a collection can have 4 fields, while the other document has only 3 fields, and which is not possible in relational databases. How do you create a database? You need to start the service by typing the command net start MongoDB. So navigate to the bin directory. Type the command. Once you are in the shell, you create the database by typing use database underscore name. So if you are creating a database name with beginner's book, use beginner's book. If the database name mentioned is already present, then this command will connect you to the database. If the database does not exist, then it will create the database with the specified name and connect you to it. So you can use the command db to check the currently connected database. If you are working with several databases, before doing the transactions, either creation or insertion, anything, you can check by using db. And we have the command show dbs to list all the databases and their size. So you can use insert, db.user.insert, name, age, drop the database, db.drop database. We do not specify database name in this command because this command deletes the currently selected database. Whatever the database is active, that will be deleted. And before doing this, you can use dbs, show dbs, and check the list of databases. You can switch the concerned database which you want to drop it by giving use database name. Now you can use a drop database, db.drop database. So whether database is deleted or not, you can check it by giving show dbs.